at the forefront of this creative revolution be the ones that are telling the story. So, you know, if you look at the group of people that we actually selected for the sort of 5 lead revolutionaries, they're all revolutionaries in their own right. So they've done something spectacular to change their respective field, whether it's design, music, or art.
I know you started this whole thing or revolution that we're seeing with the likes of Kuli Chana. How has it grown, and what's the evolution been like?
So with Kuli Chana, it all started with this idea of taking African creativity to the world. So that was Absolut being sort of like the driving force behind providing a platform for people. So what we did was we created the album, which was accompanied by a documentary where Kuli went around Africa, found designers, found producers, and created that album that hit #1 on iTunes. Really, really amazing. There was the beautiful video that was shot as well for that. From an evolution perspective, because we've always spoken about this creativity and this revolution, we felt that it was necessary for us to actually bring it to life so people can actually experience what we mean by the creative revolution and what we mean by collaboration and taking African creativity to the world, hence One Source Live.
Well, the event is happening this afternoon in Johannesburg. Take us through the setup, what we'll expect. I know the performances are going to be absolutely lit, but what else will be there on offer?
So we've got a lot going on, and I think the way that we've structured it, we wanted to put it together in a way where you won't leave there not having experienced everything. So we've got the 2 music stages. We've got the main stage and we've got the alternate stage, which will be curated by Shoma Josie. She's going to be recording a 3-track live album on that stage. So all the tracks on there never been heard before. Something really, really special for people to be a part of. Then we've got the market fair. So as part of the Johannesburg Lane space, we've got 101 market sort of spaces where up-and-coming craftsmen and designers and artists can come and show their wares there. We've got the 3 creatives as well. So as I mentioned, Osborne, Trevor and Fabrice, who'll have installations in and around the space for people to sort of engage with. We've got the food truck village, which is going to be amazing. So it's going to be a culmination of all types of cuisine, everything from sort of North African cuisine to your more traditional and some reimagined cuisines. So we've got the guys from Sushi Bus doing some sort of African-inspired sushi, which is going to be amazing. We also have that was music, art, fashion, and last but not least, we've got the rooftop. So it's just a combination of a space where people can just go relax and start conversations. So we're actually driving a huge engagement where people need to start having the conversations around this creativity and this revolution that we're starting to see.
Speaking of revolution, we are in Human Rights Month. Is that in any way incorporated in just what you're trying to do, or how does what you're trying to do speak to certain human rights? Look,
I think from a human rights perspective, this is all about, for us, is bringing change. So, you know, what was done back then was the beginning of a change that we saw for the better for general South Africans. And I think what we're trying to do is be the beginning of this revolution where creative and the creative economy within South Africa starts to take the forefront of sort of what people have and what people say, and ensuring that we're well represented. So when the next time something like a Black Panther happens, it's not the Americans telling an African story, but an African story being told by Africans themselves.
All right, phenomenal. Where can people get more information and tickets?
So more information is on www.onesourcelive.com, and tickets are on onesourcelive.com as well. There'll be a limited run of tickets that'll be available at the door. A suggestion for most people is just check online in case the tickets do sell out. When we last checked, we were about 90% through the tickets, so they are selling fast.
All right, fantastic. Mongezi, thank you so much for making the time to chat to us this morning. The event, which is geared at rewriting Africa's story, rewriting the narrative, will be headlined by Kuli Chana, Shoma Josie, and creatives from Senegal as well as Kenya. A big thank you, of course, to the brand manager of Absolut Mongezi Sokanyile for sharing more information. Get your tickets online. You don't want to arrive there and tickets are sold out, okay? So make sure that you do that right now. Time for us to take a quick break. Stay with us.